grand design because it shook the industry.
Yeah.
So much so the people around us want to then become, a lot more conscious about what they eat, how they think, some of the songs, and our peers respected us. The Houdinis, the Run DMCs, the LLs, even the Beastie Boys, EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim,
BDP.
Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince, BDP. Right, exactly. Poor Righteous Teachers. So it was a mutual level of respect. A lot of people outside of those people that I mentioned couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
How the hell y'all saying what y'all saying, man? Y'all not.
People say that about me to this day, like, yo, how you doing this and still doing that? But so I feel you on that.
I asked a question. I'm like, wait a minute, he up in that space. How you moving?
Like,
That's why I asked you earlier about your health. Are you good?
Yeah, and even now, people like, because the documentary we were just a part of, and all, people like, man, you got to watch who's preparing your food for you. You got to watch how you move, and it's not even on something we not operating in fear, but the fact that we speaking so much truth that we just got to be more aware.
Exactly.
And I felt like y'all brothers was aware, and that's what I really want to get into, because you talk about the grand design, and we talked about the neutralization of our messages and our people. That happened to you in a real way, in real time, to where you were the one that everyone came after when you started to speak. And I mean, I know you've spoken about this so many times, but I just want to, give context to some of these younger people out there, to where Public Enemy has such a voice and was waking up so many young people in our community through hip-hop when it was still new. And I want you to talk about it, because I don't want to, because you here, but there was
but you have to help me contextualize it.
Yeah. So as I saw it as a young man, that as the Minister of Information, and like I said, it's an honor to have the Minister of Information in Cannon's class, but you had so much information and was so fearless in your message. And through Public Enemy, I felt like you were the one that had the most substance and weight in speaking unapologetically, because Chuck had to do it. He was the MC. He couldn't be so out there in his message, and he had to
make it fly.
Yeah,
okay,
he had to be an entertainer. But you were like, I'm just giving it to you raw and uncut. And if you could contextualize it and kind of, because I don't know the entirety of it all, but from my understanding, there was some information that you put out there specifically about the Jewish community that, again, where you were asked to apologize, or the entire group was asked to distance themselves from you. And that was kind of the first, that, as I saw, the divide of Public Enemy, to where they had to go on and continue to be an entertainment group. And you stuck to your guns and said, I'm Grif, I'm Professor Grif, I will always be the Minister of Information, and I'm not going to apologize. So I'll step away and be myself and allow you guys to go on. Please expound on that and just enlighten us all on how it really happened, because that's how I saw it, and that's what I was told, but I would love to hear firsthand what really happened with, one, what was actually said, why they asked you to apologize. And I mean, I didn't even know there's some subtext and some other characters like the Lear Cohens who were a part of that process.
And the Bill Adlers.
Yeah. And so please just break it down from how it happened and to where we are today.
Well, let's break it down, and let's break it down in small bits where people can actually get it. Like a lot of people that are coming into consciousness, where they are right now. I sat at the elders of the Dr. Benz and the John Henry Clarks and the Professor Jeffries, Professor Smalls, Shashi McIntyre, and a few other people I could mention. Now, I'm there, physically there, not YouTubing it.
There was no YouTube back then.
You had to physically go there, write the notes, study.
Maybe get a VHS tape or something
like that. If you had 5 of them in your, you were making a whole lot of noise on the train. I'm saying. All right, so to my understanding, now, I want to thank Khalid El Hakim from the Black History 101 Mobile Museum. He had set up a talk with a rabbi. This is recently. So, and I'm in front of a room full of Jewish people. And I'm asking basic questions, and maybe you can help me out. So let's look up the word anti-Semitic. who are the Semitic people, and then we're gonna get to the public enemy thing.
Right.
So I looked up who is the Semitic people, and there's a list of Semitic people, and anyone can do this right now. You can look up who are the Semitic people, what are the Semitic languages.
Right.
Has absolutely nothing to do with any white people.
Right.
Not at all. So in order for me to be anti-Semitic, I'd have to be anti-black man, anti-black woman, anti-black people, anti-Africa, anti-all of the people.
Because the Semitic people
are black people.
So y'all get that clarity. We're going to say that again.
Now,
the Semitic people are black people.
So I cannot be anti-Semitic. Now, what do they really use the phrase anti-Semitic to do? That's the thing.
To divide us.
Exactly.
Right.
So they put this title on you, anti-Semitic, and then they neutralize you.
Right.
Separated me from the group.
Right.
Say he's a Jew hater. He hate white people. He hate gay people. He hate all white people with freckles and red hair, whatever.
Right.
And they put that on me, which I never said these things.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I just ran down the history given to me by my elders. And anybody could read this for themselves.
Right.
So it ain't a Professor Grif hating people thing.
Right.
Now, closer to what happened with the public enemy thing, the brother by the name of James Baum, one of the X1Ws in the group, gave me some information because he was in touch with the research department of the Nation of Islam in Boston.
Right.
Got the information, and we talk about the secret relationship between blacks and Jews.
Right.
It was a manual. It wasn't even a book then.
Right. Wow.
I got it. I went to Kinko's so I can get me a copy.
Right.
The brother recognized me. Oh, you that dude from Public Enemy, man.
Right.
For real. I said, yeah, bro, I got to get to this thing because I was the road manager, so I was responsible for everything.
Right.
I gave it to him. The brother gave me a copy, but he made himself a copy also.
Yeah.
So that's a violation, but cool,
yeah.
bro. Whoever
he
you are.
He wanted some information.
He wanted some information.
He was hungry. He was thirsty.
Exactly. Okay, when I seen the brother again, dude gave me a box of them. And I gave James back his, so I read it. So now, the spokespeople for the group, me and Chuck, we did all the interviews.
Right.
We sat down, we went to D.C., we were doing the interview that day, and it wasn't even my interview.
Right.
Chuck's interview, he didn't want to do it.
Right.
So I sat down with him. Now, mind you, I'm the Minister of Information.
Right.
I got 2 suitcases now.
Right.
I used to carry with 2 suitcases full of books.
Right, right.
And so I laid them all out on the table. So when I went into the interview, I was ready.
Right.
First question he asked is
just like this. How we just got to lay it out.
Exactly. Who controls the music industry? Well, what more am I supposed to say? You understand? I laid out the names, people, the organizations they belong to. I laid it out. Now, mind you, this is not coming from Professor Griffith. I wasn't hating nobody that day.
And was it in that statement? Was it just like was it white people, Jewish people, white supremacy? Like was it more just like you just kind of just you weren't saying a hateful statement. You were just saying this is who controls it.
I laid out the names.
Right. Oh, so you specifically
I
said people's names.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
People's names.
At that time, because this was what, 80, 89, 90?
Yeah, about 80, 89, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you just said people's names. And
I laid it out, and I showed them the books.
Right.
And I looked it up and showed it to them. This paragraph says this. These people control film industry, TV, music industry.
And as we know right now,
these are the players.
When we talk about media, there's 6 major corporations that control all of media.
Exactly.
This is beyond the music industry. And this is you were laying that construct down back then and naming names, calling them to the table. But even as we sit right here today, there's 6 major corporations that control everything that is delivered to you as we speak.
Exactly. So the 6 people can sit in this room and decide everything that we experience as far as entertainment. We watching the movies, reading the magazines. 6 people.
Right.
I laid that out. It wasn't a Jewish conversation.
Right.
It was about the music industry. The first 20 minutes of the conversation, we was laughing, joking, dapping each other up, talking.
Right.
His girlfriend walked in. We were talking about David Mills now.
Right.
Who dropped dead on a movie set.
Right.
His girlfriend walks in, and his girlfriend's white and Jewish. Well, I'm from Roseville, Long Island. We don't have no experience with white people like that. So I'm like...
Except for Howard Stern.
Exactly. Exactly. So when he she came and sat down, the complexion of the conversation changed. It became more, and I'm like, you
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A couple of times you even pressed the pause button on the cassette.
Yeah,
recorder.
that privilege starts speaking and
right. So now he had to change his tone because now the white Jewish girlfriend is sitting next to him.
Right.
And she's getting offended
right.
by me calling out the Cohens and the Moskowitz and the blacks and the
Right.
And I'm like, okay, but still no hatred involved. I'm just laying the history out.
Yeah, we're just speaking facts.
When I finished the interview, he admitted and said to himself, you know something, this is the kind of stuff that can get you in a lot of trouble. And I'm like, now keep in mind now, I'm in my 20s.
Just like these conversations.
No, exactly. Exactly.
But fearless is. So, and you just saying what you're saying. You speaking facts.
Exactly.
There's no reason to be scared of anything when you're speaking the truth.
So I left that interview with what you just said with that.
Right.
And he faxed it to the Village Voice in New York.
Right.
Front page blew up. He went out, and it's like Professor Grif, anti-Semitic, blah, 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 whatever. And when I first told Chuck, he said, so what? You told the truth. The truth is the truth.
Right.
Everybody's gung-ho. Yeah. Grif dapping me up.
Just what we saying right here.
Hoisting me up on their shoulders.
Yeah.
A week or two later, I'm the boogeyman, I'm the bad man, I'm the this, that, and the other.
Grif, we got to separate ourselves.
Exactly, and I didn't understand it from someone, and this is the painful part, from someone I grew up with, man, since I was 4 or 5 years old.
Right.